have a short life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way.
Hey guys, this is Stephen Hooley, and in this episode, I want to go over careers, which in the entrepreneurial world and sometimes in the business world, that can be a little bit of a taboo topic, mostly because I think people have this propensity against having a job. And it's understandable, right? Not a lot of people really like waking up at the crack of dawn or whenever it is you wake up for a job, right? But waking up, fighting through traffic, driving in a car that is probably not as nice as you want it to be, driving to a job and sitting at a desk, or maybe working in a warehouse or whatever it is you do for an extended amount of time. Not a lot of people like that. Some people do, though. Some people really love their jobs and they feel passionate about it, and they do it because it's something they enjoy. But the reason I want to talk about it is because I kind of want to talk about my journey and my perspective on having a job. When I was 16, I kind of want to flash back a little bit. When I was 16, I started my first business. I started my first business making websites for college kids. I noticed that there were college students who wanted to start their own businesses, and I was entrepreneurial minded. And so I wanted to make their websites. I offered to do it for dirt cheap or free so I could build a portfolio first. And then from there, I actually realized after one summer, my business only made $500. That's it, $500. And I realized that wasn't gonna get me a nice car. It wasn't gonna pay bills. That wasn't gonna get me a nice life. I mean, 16, it's basically play money, right? It's nice play money, but it's play money. And so, okay, I've been in tech for a while, and I'll touch on this in another episode about my journey in tech and everything, but I've been in tech since I was a little kid, and my business was tech, right? I was making websites. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go get a tech job, because it's not that I wanted the job, right? It's not that I wanted to be stuck to a desk or working for 9 hours, whatever, but I wanted to be able to get the capital to feed my business more. And I think there's a lot of people who, there's different ways to get capital for business. You can go get a loan. You can go borrow money from a friend, a family. You can go crowdfund. You can go get seed capital depending on your business. There's a lot of ways to do that. But, honestly, a job, in my opinion, isn't a bad idea to fund your business. And let me tell you why. A job fits your skills if you go pick one that fits your skills, and you can learn to love the job too. Plus, really, when it comes down to it, it's just another income stream. In the entrepreneurial world and in business, you're going to hear people talk about income streams, and you'll hear across the internet something like the average millionaire has 7 income streams. Well, whether or not that's true doesn't matter, because having multiple income streams does help. If one disappears, you still got more. Well, if you're building a business, think about this, right? If you're building a business and that business doesn't do so good for the first however long, maybe it's a couple of months, maybe it's a couple of years, who knows? But you have a job that can pay the bills. If you have a family, if you have kids, whoever, maybe you're supporting mom or dad, that job can carry the weight. And really, what are you trading? You're trading your time for money until you can make money work for you. Right? And I think a lot of people just have, in my opinion, the wrong mindset about this job. They think it's just the most devastating or evil or bad thing to go work for someone else. I'm not saying necessarily that I support working for someone else to build their business and build their dream for forever, but I am saying that it is a means to an end. When I started my job at 18 in the tech field at a company called Bluehost, I knew it was part of my journey. It was a means to an end. I knew I had a destination and that I wasn't going to be at that job forever. I wasn't going to have a career forever, but I would have it for a long time. In fact, I had it for almost 7 years. I also made sure that when I worked that job, I had fun. I knew a lot for being so young. I knew a lot about tech for my age at 16, 17, 18, 19, etc. But at the same time, I learned so much from Bluehost and the people I was working with. And I made sure that every job I worked thereafter, including that job, I made sure that I soaked up the knowledge. I learned as much as I could because it would help later in life. You know, people talk about how we do math in school and it doesn't really help us. Well, in some jobs, in some areas of life, math doesn't help. You know, all the stuff we learn, the weird stuff, it doesn't help. But the stuff you can learn in jobs and life experience, it can help you. And so I made sure that my job was something that taught me, nourished me, and I made sure it was fun. You know, I would sit and support different servers and complex problems for hours. I mean, 9 hours, right? And I made it fun. I would do something on the side to teach myself. I would program something little insignificant. It never turned into anything. It was just little projects to teach myself. I would do that. Now, if you're working at another job that's not in the tech field, you can do that. Maybe you want to learn Spanish. Maybe you want to learn this cool thing. Well, teach yourself that on the side on breaks. Teach yourself that whenever you can, right? Maybe if you work a phone job, right? When you're not on the phones, read something. You know, read something on the internet. Read something in a book. Teach yourself. You know, the main thing that I want people to get across is mindset is everything. And when it comes to a career, when it comes to a job, I cultivated a near six-figure career and it helped me feed my business, and I saw it as an extra income stream. And if I were to ever lose my businesses, I could go back to that career. I think that's really important. Mindset's really important for people. So I hope this video helped on careers and the perspective that I have of a job. And if you like it, you know, make sure to give some comments or come send me an email or a message on Facebook or something and give me some feedback. But thanks for watching.